I'm Coach Bob, here to talk about visionary freedom, freedom of time. This reminds me of Gino Wickman teaching several of us about his definition of freedom, and more on that on a different blog because that was very effective. And he talked about having enough money, and he heard this from Tony Robbins and others, that there's 3 buckets of money. So one is 6 to 12 or 24 months of liquid cash. We've got to fill up that bucket. Bucket number 2 is for retirement. So conservative investments that then we can live off of that and we never have to work again. And then the third bucket is the high risk bucket. And this is where a lot of visionaries live, is we keep doubling down on bucket number 3 because we're going to hit it someday, and we might, and sometimes we do, but it's also stressful. So it got me to thinking about visionaries' time. So when do I get frustrated? It's when I'm working on the urgent things. I want to work on the important things and the exciting exponential things. But similar to buckets 1, 2, and 3 on money, is bucket number 1 is urgent. Bucket number, and this is on time. Bucket number 2 is important, and then bucket number 3 is on the exciting, the exponential. And so if I avoid bucket number 1 on money and time, and keep doubling down on bucket number 3, that's stressful and ultimately not the best use of my time. So what is urgent time? This is on the things where we're often, as the visionary, the bottleneck. So as soon as Bob answers, then we can move on. And I'm stuck in the middle. I haven't let go of the vine. These are usually things that we're good at and don't like. And ultimately, we are good as visionaries in general. We're good at seeing gaps. So often we're stuck in the short-term problem solving and the things that we just don't like, and it gets frustrating, so I don't want to deal with it. And yet I need to knock things out. So I need to communicate the expectations of, if I'm to leave the urgent bucket, I need to be aware of these things, or please keep these things in mind. We need the right people in the right seats. I can't just let go of the urgent things and the things, letting go of the vine, if I don't have the right people in the right seats and they GWC it. And that we document. Often we visionaries are good at seeing gaps, but we're not always great at documenting. So asking for help to document, and then delegate and elevate, let go of the vine, and start to do more of the important things in life and in business. So important things are being in our unique ability. What am I great at and love? Being really stepping into the visionary role, and that is big relationships, doing business and hanging out with people that I love, to have big solutions, big strategy, mentoring and inspiring, and these are important things to grow our business. Then the exponential is life beyond the vine. So as soon as I get these things done, wow, this is what I want to do with my life and do with my business and create new business. It's big effing ideas. It's time for other passions. So it's not about staying in the urgent and being frustrated. It's knowing there's 3 buckets of time. And so how do I get out of this? There's 6 habits of a great effing visionary. And if anyone is interested, please email bob@coachbobdetroit.com, and my assistant will get you these 6 habits of a great effing visionary. But the first 3 are the ways to use this visionary freedom and invest our time wisely. So to get out of the urgent, again, we need to delegate and elevate. We need to have a killer team. That's one of the 6 habits. So a great integrator, a great executive assistant. I find it's very hard as an EOS implementer and as a visionary to spend more time on important and exponential things if I don't have a killer team. The other is to fanatically schedule. So fanatically schedule time for those big relationships and to be in my unique ability. And that's bucket number 2. So it may only be a couple blocks of 90 minutes where I'm in my unique ability with clients. I am doing biz dev. I'm doing great meetings with my, the same page meetings with my integrator, and just really knocking those things out. And then the third way to utilize these buckets is to live, love, and promote our core focus and our marketing strategy. So that's where I want to be spending my time, is the important things, is really promoting our core focus and why we're in business. And then spending some time on the exponential. So fanatically scheduling V time, and that's the clarity breaks. And we have a specific process and a practice to use for V time. And that is where we do a deep dive in what's going on in here, what's going on in here, and that drives big exponential thoughts and creative problem solving, a lot of big ideas. So that is life beyond the vine. So can I just blow off urgent? No. Am I stuck in urgent forever? Hopefully not. And so to start to taste what does important look like, what does exponential look like, being clear, and my team is helping to get me there and keep me there, because a happy visionary makes for a happy life. If I'm unhappy, I'm going to be in people's face and it's not going to be pretty. So help me to get out of the urgent and into the important and into the exponential. So that's visionary freedom and how to invest our time as visionaries to grow our business and to grow our lives. I'm Coach Bob. Thanks for listening. Peace.